guess the first thing I would say is that today is our first day of team practice, and I've been waiting for this day. I know our athletes have been waiting for this day. They did a great job over break of staying fit and holding their fit levels and doing all the things that they need to do to be prepared to come back for season. So I was excited to see that last week with them. I'm looking forward to, we've added 3 new transfers with Tara McGowan. She's a transfer from Arizona State. Maddie McGrandle, she's from Texas A&M. And Jordan Dale, who's from Virginia Tech. I'm excited to have all 3 of them. I think they are going to do a great job, and they're going to help this program. I think a week ago, we are also added on a local athlete in Annalisa Williamson. So really, I just can't say enough. I'm looking forward to getting started. We're about 3 weeks away. I'm looking forward to the preseason tournaments that we will be going to this year. They're strong right out of the gates. We're going to face tough competition, and I'm a believer that in order for us to be great, we've got to play great teams. And then from there, I think that will really prepare us for rolling into the Pac-12. So just can't say enough about this team, and looking forward to getting started with them.
With the players that left and the ones you've added, where are you with the depth of the roster right now?
We have 17 athletes on our roster.
And how does that compare to what you want typically?
I mean, we're a couple shy. If we can stay right around the 20-21 mark, I would say. So we're a couple shy, but what I like is this team is very versatile. We have athletes on this team that can play different positions. So even with us our squad being a tad smaller, I'm still very confident in what we have.
Was Annalisa kind of a walk-on addition for catcher, or?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, she's a catcher. She was a local athlete, and she is definitely somebody that can help us in that position.
Any other possibilities by way of JUCOs or anything before the season?
Nope. We have 17, and this is what we're going to go through the season with.
With Tara McGowan, she didn't play any at Arizona State last year, did she? Like to see anything on her. So she's a true freshman, basically.
She's a true freshman, yes.
And what does she bring?
She brings a lot to the table. She does a great job behind the plate. She can swing for power. She can hit gaps. She runs well. I think she's going to be a great leader on the field. I think our pitching staff is going to really enjoy throwing to her. So I think you're going to see a young leader emerge.
What are the biggest questions you feel like you want to see answered in the next 3 weeks before games start?
To me, the questions that I have is really not so much questions, it's just us being prepared. I'm a big believer of preparation, and if we were prepared, then when it comes time in 3 weeks, I'll let these guys go and we'll play, and then see how we did and see what adjustments we need to make. But right now, the main thing I want to do is really get into game-like situations, things that we are going to face on the field, whether it's our offensive strategy, if it could be defensive shifts, small ball, however we're going to go about it in games. That's really what I want to go after right now in these next 3 weeks.
What was the biggest thing you took away from the fall ball games?
We can swing. We can swing. We can swing. You know, we have a young infield, and a lot of people keep asking me if I'm nervous about that, and I'm not. I'm confident. I'm confident in all of our athletes, and I'm excited to see what they're going to bring in their college career. But we can definitely swing. I think we're going to play great defense. Just from the short time I've seen with these 2 new pitchers, I'm excited about them and what they have to offer. So season is looking good. It's just getting prepared.
Who's the first player in center field for you today?
In center field, I think what you'll see at practice today is you'll see a little bit of everything. You know, I can put Haley Priest out there, I can put Alexis out there. I think same thing with the infield. You can see that these athletes can play multiple positions, which I like that because it gives us room for our offensive lineup to work some different ideas if needed.
Surprised by the number of players who decided to leave the program during this transition period?
You know, I think with the new NCAA portal, it just gives more opportunity quicker now than it did before. I've said it many times, didn't want to see anybody leave, but I support those athletes, and if they felt like they needed to be somewhere else, then I'm going to support them in their decisions. But I'm thrilled about the athletes that are here. I can't wait for us to get started. I can't say enough of all the hard work that they put in and their commitment, and just we're ready to get rolling for the 19 season.
Megan Kleist in particular, what did she communicate to you just about her reasons for moving on and what she was looking for?
You know, that's something, again, for her, she felt like that was the decision she wanted to make, and I fully support her.
Missy, with that instance, just because this is quite unusual, what's going on there, and it's changed in the last week with her. What are your feelings institutionally? I'm not talking about individually, she can make her decisions, but institutionally, that she's now going to be staying here, and essentially she's off out of this program and at this university. You have an All-American at this university. Institutionally, this is a very awkward situation, an unusual situation, might even be unprecedented.
You know, again, I wish nothing but the best for Megan, and whether she's here on campus or not, I want all the best for her.
That said, giving all of the trauma, whatever, how are you going about establishing a culture for this team, and how are they embracing it?
Like I said, this team I really like the way, you know, we had some struggles in the fall. I mean, everybody knows that. It was tough dealing with all of this, but I thought they did a great job of sticking together, and I can't say enough how the veterans really did a good job of leading the young ones and the new ones. So I can't wait to see what they're going to do this spring. I think they're going to do some really great things.
Mia was the 9 hitter pretty much all of last year, and obviously there's a lot of power there in the middle. Virtually all that power is gone. Do you see her moving up, and how far do you think she can move up in the order?
Oh, I think Mia can do whatever she wants to do. I think if you got to see her in the fall, you'll see that she did a great job of coming up and hitting a ball off the wall. And then her next at bat, she bunted for a base hit. So I think Mia's going to cause a little havoc here with defenses not quite knowing how to play her, because if they play her deep, they know that she has speed, then she could drop a bunt. But then if they play her too tight, that she's got the power to drive the ball through the infield and off the wall. So I think you're going to see some different things from Mia this year, and you're going to like what you see with her.
Why did you take this opportunity at Oregon, and what have you liked about Eugene so far?
Yeah, I mean, this is a no-brainer right here. Being at the University of Oregon is, I can remember when I stepped on foot on campus last year in April, I loved it. I thought it was, I love the fans. I love the fan support that we have here. I look forward every single day coming to the Jane, this facility, the stadium. I don't know who has it better. It's tops in the nation. I love how the university, the support that they give our student athletes, all the different resources that are available to them academically and athletically. I think this is just a place for an athlete, for coaches, for anybody just to really strive in anything that they do. So I felt like the sky's the limit here with Oregon.
When you were recruiting in your previous job, did you get to know any of the players that are now here? Were you actually recruiting any of them, or became very familiar with any of them?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I was familiar with all of them. Oregon was a program that I would always follow. And then going through the recruiting, you know, I don't want to say back in the day, but a few years before, we were recruiting at an earlier age. So there's athletes that are here that when I was at Oklahoma, we were recruiting early on. So I'm familiar with all the athletes that are here, and was very excited when I got the job to see who was going to be on the roster.
You sense the expectations have shifted at all, though, with some of the departures that took place, or are you guys still planning on putting a championship up?
My expectations haven't changed. We might look a little different this year, but I have the same expectation, and I think these athletes would tell you the same thing.
What leaders have you seen step up since there's been a lot of veterans graduating and transferring?
I've been impressed with our seniors. I look at April, I look at Cherish, Daria, I look at Alexis Mack. I think with them, you know, they've been here the longest. I think they have done a great job of being leaders, and just really our returners. Our returners have done a good job of just allowing our new ones to settle in and relax and just be able to play ball, which is going to be huge for them.